Where's that dude been? Welcome to MsMojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 90s teen heartthrobs you probably forgot about.
Well, sounds like you're not ready for the Squirminator.
Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're looking at celebrity guys we couldn't get enough of in the 1990s, but who have mostly dropped out of the public eye in the 21st century, or who had at least reached their peak in that decade. They can be actors or singers and didn't necessarily have to be teens themselves, as long as teenagers were their primary fan base.
Matt, what are you doing?
I'm complicating things.
Number 10. Andrew Keegan.
I sat at the mall for over 2 hours. The guy at the piano and organ store played Mandy 32 times.
While his most well-known movie part was likely as the dumb, aspiring model Joey in 10 Things I Hate About You, Andrew was a popular actor when it came to teen projects both on the big and small screens.
Which one do you like better?
He made appearances on TV shows like Full House, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and Party of Five. But it was his role as Wilson on Seventh Heaven that really stole our hearts, since he played a single father who Mary fell in love with.
We don't remember you.
You never met me. I was around before you guys were born.
As one of the big hotties of the decade, we're surprised we haven't seen more from Andrew in the new millennium. But further research reveals that this may have been a personal choice, so that he could focus on his new role as a guide for a spiritual organization he founded.
We have a creed. We do believe that everything is an expression of the Creator.
Number 9. Skeet Ulrich.
See? Couldn't have been me. I was in jail. Remember?
It's been a while since Skeet Ulrich was a star, but he was definitely one to watch back in the day. Skeet was the rare actor who appealed to popular audiences, with parts in Scream and The Craft making him teen eye candy.
Yeah, sometimes it's like we're one person, you know what I mean?
At the same time, he appealed to critics with offbeat roles in movies like Nobody's Baby.
Much beer as I drink, you could build the Empire State Building.
He also seemed to go for roles that showed off his acting skills, such as his leading part in the short-lived ABC drama Miracles. Skeet has managed to stay active in TV throughout the years, but he ultimately never managed to reach the career heights we expected.
I'm afraid there's no miracle here. Sister Agnes's body has been kept intact by apricots.
Number 8. Brian Austin Green. As one of the younger members of the Beverly Hills 90210 cast, Brian had stiff competition with co-stars like Jason Priestley for the title of teen heartthrob. But as a triple threat, Brian leaves everyone else in the dust. Known for his role as David Silver, he started off as a tag-along, but over time grew into one of the show's most beloved characters.
Well, believe it or not, one day they'll be begging me for autographs, and you can say you're the stepsister of a superstar.
Not only an actor, Brian was a sick dancer and legitimate rapper, as proved by his single You Send Me.
She's got the style and finesse that's far from sleazy, easy, casual sex acts. So why address that?
His career slowed down after the show, and nowadays, he seems to be more famous for being Megan Fox's husband. He does still dabble in acting though, and had a stint as a recurring character on the TV sitcom Anger Management.
If we had a table side up, we could make an awesome fort.
Number 7. Hanson. This famous set of brothers, and arguably the best trio of singing brothers, sorry Joe Bros, was one of the most popular musical acts of the decade. Isaac, Taylor, and Zach discovered their musical talents early on in life, and surprised the world with hits like Bop and Where's the Love in the 1990s.
Where's the love? It's not enough.
The former single hit number 1 in multiple countries and got the long-haired brothers a dedicated group of fans. They've never been able to achieve the same level of success since, but it seems like they truly enjoy making music together, as they are still actively working with each other today. And to think, it's been 2 decades since their debut single was a hit. Number 6. Dean Cain. It's not possible to talk about heartthrobs of the 90s without mentioning the guy who played Superman. Thanks to his broad appeal, Dean was popular with both teen and adult audiences, giving his role on the small screen's Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman.
Lois, I need you to be calm. Focused.
With his athletic physique and the ability to pull off both drama and comedy, Dean became a household name. After the show ended, it seemed like the opportunity to get a part as good as Superman kept evading him. He stayed on TV through guest parts in TV shows like Beverly Hills 90210 and as the host of Ripley's Believe It or Not, though in the 2010s, he can mainly be found in made-for-TV movies. Number 5. Mark Paul Gosselaar.
So what do you think?
Mark Paul pretty much ruled the first part of the decade as the guy every teenage girl had a crush on and the cool kid every guy modeled himself after. As Zach Morris, the star of Saved by the Bell, Mark defined a generation with his bleach blonde hair and sly winks at the camera.
Well, you know the old saying, an apple a day might get me an A.
With such a major role, it was hard for people to see Mark Paul as anyone other than Zach. But with consistent guest spots on other TV shows, he was able to keep on working throughout the years.
You got that right, Wes Jordan. How's it hanging, Jim?
By 2011, Mark Paul had gone back to his brunette roots and landed a leading role on Franklin and Bash, and nabbed another main role on the baseball drama Pitch.
What if I called it a career? End of the season, maybe next.
Number 4. Joey Lawrence.
Come on, what are you talking about? A good-looking guy like you, all wrapped up in duct tape, smelling like, Cleveland?
Sometimes the first is the best, as it is with Joey, the oldest in the Lawrence brother trio, at least when it comes to the 90s. We like Matthew too, but it was Joey who had the biggest impact.
Sounds pointless. Let's do it.
Acting since he was a kid, it was teen Joey who got everyone talking with his role as the dumb jock brother on Blossom.
Nobody does stuff with fat chicks, and since there's a lot of them, I figure it's like this big, fat, untapped market.
Following the show's end, Joey continued acting on TV shows like Brotherly Love and in made-for-TV movie roles like Disney's Horse Sense.
Nice boots.
Can't play cowboy without him, right?
Throughout it all, Joey dabbled in a music career, releasing pop singles like Nothing My Love Can't Fix and Never Gonna Change My Mind. Even though this part of his career never really took off, you can't knock the guy for his continued hustle. Number 3. Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah, prophecy fulfilled, right? To become my father.
The son of a famous comedian, it became clear by mid-decade that Freddie inherited his dad's knack for entertaining.
She was right. We never did get to do our laundry together, and that was it.
Freddie was a powerhouse in movies targeted at teens, such as I Know What You Did Last Summer and She's All That.
Okay. Chill, Tony Robbins.
He was able to play both comedic and dramatic parts, but always worked best as a romantic lead with movies like Down to You, making him the most sought-after guy.
Did you pick perfection or what?
Yeah, Dad. She's perfect for me.
With his part as Fred in the Scooby-Doo movies as one of his last major big screen roles, it seems like Freddie is more focused on raising his family with wife Sarah Michelle Gellar, as well as working behind the scenes these days, much like he did when he was a director/producer for the WWE.
Whatever the case, Mr. Ink will be there.
Solving mysteries, man.
Number 2. Ryder Strong.
Hey, Bagman. Rough life being an only child, huh?
Known for his floppy brown hair and blue eyes, Ryder was the nicest bad boy to have a crush on in the 90s. In Boy Meets World, he played Sean Hunter, a kid from the wrong side of the tracks and Corey's best friend. The part made him a well-known name with teenage audiences, and he became a regular feature in teen magazines like Tiger Beat.
Thoughtful, pouty, sexy lips? What sense does that make?
I understand it exactly. She means this.
He played the character for 7 seasons on the hit ABC show, and has since dabbled in a few movie roles like in 2002's Cabin Fever.
I got scared. You know, I was just trying to help.
However, he did reprise the role of Sean in the 2010s for the Boy Meets World sequel Girl Meets World, along with former castmates, such as his fellow teen heartthrob Will Friedle. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
You guys were the greatest. I mean, I'm never gonna forget the way we sat around all day, watched TV, and got really stoned.
Liz, you have to look at me. You have to look at me.
Number 1. Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Hello, Beth. Maybe hi, Beth. Or maybe hi, and no Beth. I mean, she knows who she is, right?
Who was a bigger 90s teen heartthrob than Jonathan Taylor Thomas? You're right if you answered no one. Jonathan, who will forever be known as JTT, was arguably the biggest teen idol of the decade due to his cute and approachable boy-next-door look and easygoing persona.
I caught you on the couch the other day, asleep at 4 o'clock.
Dad, I was watching Tool Time.
Acting since he was a kid, we watched him grow up thanks to his part as the coolest son on Home Improvement. JTT also capitalized on his fame with roles in films like Tom and Huck and lent his voice to The Lion King.
Stay low to the ground. Cheetahs never prosper.
Okay, stay low to the ground, right? Yeah.
But after he grew up, JTT pretty much put his acting days behind him in a pursuit of an Ivy League education. While he's only had some small roles here and there, along with doing some writing and directing, we can't help but heart JTT.
I saw you kissing her on TV, you dirtbag.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.